Wait, it's not that deep. Thank you. Hey, you guys. Welcome back to Not That Deep. I am so excited to be here for a couple of reasons. One, I'm in my new chain. It has a D. It has a big D. And Chris, who you know and you love, he was like, Dana, I love that big D. And then 7 minutes later, he noticed that there was a heart at the choker. And then he said, I have to give creds. He was like, people always see the big D before the heart. I loved that so much because you're correct. And I made this necklace. I honestly have not taken it off since I got it 8 days ago. That's the thing about me. When I find something that I love, I'm going to run it to the ground. And then in 2 months from now, someone's going to say, Dana, where's that necklace that you got, that you loved, that you adored, that you paraded around Manhattan? And I'm going to say, what necklace? Because I'm already on to something new. This is my personality type. If somebody's listening and wants to diagnose me, maybe my mom as a therapist herself, you totally can. But I've kind of always been that way with foods. Like I'll get super obsessed with foods. Like when I was younger, I was obsessed with rice, crackers, and Baby Bell cheese. It's kind of disgusting. Baby Bell is kind of gross. I don't know why. But like it wasn't the Baby Bell in like the wax red thing. It was Baby Bell spreadables. So it would come in like a triangle block of cheese that never really expired. And then I would spread it on a rice cake and really feel so satisfied at this. Looking back, like you really couldn't pay me to eat that, but I just kind of go through these phases. I love having the D because, well, funny enough, I went to a divorce party the other night. It was the night that I got the necklace. And so when I walked into the divorce party, I said, I got a D for divorce. And people loved that because you never really know if I'm joking. Like I could have easily gotten this D in the name of divorce, in the name of divorce, and no one really would have batted an eye. Getting this necklace kind of reminded me of when I was younger and I went to Claire's. Shout out Claire's. If you're out there somewhere, thank you for your justice that you served. You really took so much of my money and gave me no ROI. I was out here getting root beer flavored lip gloss. For what? For what? It was like smackers. It was so delicious. I'm like literally licking my lips thinking about having root beer. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. And meanwhile, I'm here like, I don't understand why boys don't like me. Baby, it might be the balm that you're applying proudly to your lips. Maybe. And I was at Claire's and everybody was getting little gemstones for the back of their phone. And obviously they were getting ones that had their first initial on it. And I, at the time, had the Nokia flip phone. Man. I want a flip phone today because so many reasons. You can't track me. It's efficient. I want to take longer texting. I think that we text way too quick. Like there is way too much ping-ponging of communication. People need to learn the art of waiting. Like we're so used to just this instant gratification of communicating with people. And it's like, what if I had to press a number 3 times to simply write the letter C? You couldn't handle that. And we did it. We did it just fine. We were rage texting back then. You think rage texting started when people had iPhones? No. People were getting the biggest thumb workouts of their entire lives, hoping people rot in hell with like 9 different numbers. It was 9 different numbers to some, but it was a complete vocabulary of words and sentences and phrases to others. I miss it. We used to go into the phone stores. We used to be a society. Go into that phone store, you would shop around for a phone. It wasn't just getting the best, biggest upgrade. God, I miss it. I miss it. My favorite Sundays were like, honestly, when my parents were on the brink of divorce and we got to go into the singular AT&T cell phone store. And that place was my kingdom. It was my escape. I loved it in there. So I have my Nokia flip phone. We're at Claire's and everybody is getting, my friend Mia's getting an M and my friend Carly's getting a C. I don't remember if they were actually there, but these are just good examples. And if they're listening, they're probably like, Dana, I was there. And to that, it's, yeah, that's why I'm using you in the example. But if you weren't there, sorry. So of course I'm looking through Claire's, I'm rummaging through, and there's no D. There's no D. So instead of not getting it, I got an S for my last name. So I had an S bedazzled letter on the back of my Nokia cell phone, not for my first name, but for Siegelstein. Like, that is weird. And I can look back and feel kind of like proud that I didn't really bat an eye at it at the time, but that is inherently a weird thing to do. And I don't even think I wanted to fit in. I just wanted something bedazzled on my phone for me. I wanted that for me. What I am here for is the freaking voicemails. I am obsessed with this new segment. We're keeping it going. I feel like this could be like my Friday recording segment because I love hearing from you guys. And I loved like the tangents that I could go on. Also, this was so funny. My friend Charlie that I talked about last voicemail segment, who I had said like we got into a fight or something, like I found out she was talking about me. She called me after and was like, Dana, as I was listening to that, I knew that that was going to be me. And I was like, wait, why am I so pumped that you're listening to my podcast? Like, I didn't even I was like, wait, sorry, what are you talking about? I can't believe my girl's listening. Like, that's awesome. Because she can listen to me anytime because she could just call me. The fact that she's listening, like, that's a good friend. I loved it. And I was talking shit about her. Like, that's a good friend. And then she could call me and be like, hey, Dana, I'm really sorry about that. And then I said, wait, that, like, wasn't the point at all. But also, it's okay. Talk shit about your friends. You might get closer. Who knows? Chris is going to be loading up the voicemails again. I just like love this because, oh, also, sorry, one more thing. You thought it was over, didn't you? I'm getting merch mated. I'm getting merch maidened. I keep making up words. I said a word the other day, transgressed. Do you know what that word means, Chris?
Transgress. I feel like it's like when you do something like kind of messed up or like aggressive, sort of.
I think that is what it means. I use it as like a way to transition.
Yeah,
like
no,
I
it's not
transgress.
No, that's I digress.
So I know that now.
Right.
It's just wild how we can really be our own biggest teachers. I was like, oh, that's not what it means. And I just am worried that I say things. Oh, wait, where's my water? That I say things a lot and I just genuinely don't know what it means. And then people talk about me and they say she uses vocabulary inherently wrong. But then it's like, okay, I have a chin implant. Go easy on me. But let's get into the voicemails.
Okay,
Oh, wait, sorry. I totally forgot what I was going to say. It was about the merch. I'm getting merch made, but something about this merch is I'm taking my time. I've never taken my time in my life, quite possibly ever, because I get excited. It gets super exciting to do different things. For example, when I started this podcast, I bought all the equipment immediately and then didn't know how to use anything. Maybe that's something else that could be diagnosed. I think I just get excited. God forbid a girl's getting excited about some custom gear. But stay tuned for that. I'm really excited. But okay, Chris, sorry. Confirmed green light.
Okay, so we're starting off with Stephanie.
Stephanie, give it to me.
I feel like it's not that deep to just tell somebody how you feel. I feel like people overthink that a lot. And I feel like it's just better to just tell them how you feel. So you just at least know they know how you feel. You got it off your chest. And it's going to be okay. Like, it doesn't even matter. You know?
Don't I know, Stephanie? What I'm curious about is, did you just tell somebody that you liked them and it went well? Because you have the voice of somebody who just like faced their fears, told somebody that they liked them, and then it was well received, and now you like have a partner. I think I agree with you that it's not that deep. Like, at its core, telling somebody that you like them, it's scary, but it's not that deep. I was just talking about this with my guest, Alana Dunn, a couple weeks ago, and we were like, that was her not that deep of the day. Like, it's not that deep to tell somebody that you like them. But I think from such a young age, like especially if you've faced rejection of some sort, I think that releasing that vulnerability and telling somebody that you like them is scary. But also, let's break down why. Why is this thing so scary? Okay, well, it's lived in your head most of the time. It's lived in your heart most of the time. Perhaps it's lived in your big D most of the time. And you don't really know how to express that. Then there's the fear of what if they don't like you back? I think that's more so what's scary about it is telling somebody how you feel about them. It could go a lot of different ways, and we're not clairvoyants. We don't know how it's actually going to go. I think also with like the rejection piece is, I mean, I'm not taking it a negative route and I don't mean to go negative, but like as somebody who, I've talked about this before, as somebody who has been like the brunt of a dare as long as ago as elementary school of somebody having to ask me out as a punishment, like that sticks with you. And I don't even know if I liked the guy who did it, but I think it was the fact that like feelings might not be the same mutually, and that can kind of feel disorienting. I'm trying to think of the last time that I told somebody that I had feelings for them. I think the year was like 2019. Is that so sad? Oh my God. I think it is. I have not like romantic feelings. I have like platonic feelings for so many people. I love platonic feelings, and we need to be leaning into those platonic feelings. Society teaches us like you're either friends or you're more than friends. And it's like, well, hang on. I really like this person that I've been hanging out with. I don't see them romantically. I don't want to be like sleeping with them or be in a relationship with them. But I think you can still be wanting to like hanging out and going out to dinner with friends is like you're essentially going on dates. Like you're getting to know people, you're connecting, and you're out and about, or maybe you're at home, maybe you're watching a movie. Like friend dates are not that deep. And if you can like get your mind to almost think of like hanging out with your friend as a date, then maybe it can take some pressure off of actual dating. I'm talking to myself, of course, because I'm obviously talking to myself. But I'm getting back to Stephanie in that you sound young. Like I feel like when some people listen to me, they might think I'm 40. You sound young, and you sound like you've been living a good life. And I know this simply from a 12-second clip. But I do think it's just like if a friend is telling me that they like that they maybe they like their guy friend and they can't possibly tell them because what if they don't like them back, and what if it ruins the friendship, and okay? Like why would it ruin the friendship though? Because now you develop that like they want to sleep with you or like they want to kiss you, whereas you were totally fine, obviously like hanging out together and you were enjoying each other. Yet now that you know that this person has feelings, it's changed everything completely. I wish I had a better response, but to me, it's like, it's not that deep. Also, like when you're 50 years old and you're looking back, you might regret not telling someone that you like them. If I liked somebody right now in privacy, and I was saying this right now, like I would go tell somebody that I had feelings for them. I'm craving that so bad, but I literally don't even have someone to do that for. So if you're listening to this and you have feelings for somebody and you want to tell them, might I just encourage you to do it and then let me know how it goes? I actually did have a friend tell a guy, I did have a friend tell a guy that she had been telling me that like they were super close, and like the shit that she was saying, I was like, oh, he's so into you. Like, this is insane. And then she texted me a couple of weeks later that she did end up telling him that she had feelings for him. And he was like, that killed me.
That exact thing has happened to me. The friend enabler is rough sometimes.
Were you being enabled by a friend, or you were enabling?
No, I was being enabled. You know this person, by the way, that I confess my love to. We'll talk about that another time.
Oh, yeah, I do. I do. If you had just consulted me, I wouldn't have enabled you.
Okay, fair. Well, wrong friend, wrong place.
I might have, I don't know if it's enabling. I think it's like working through the different scenarios of like, what if, and like, we'll talk offline. That is actually such a good example though.
It's an amazing example, but it's not that deep. It's not that deep.
No, it's like totally not that deep, but like, it feels deep. Guys, like, this is deep. Like, it does feel deep. And yeah, that's so hard, Chris.
Yeah.
Like, I have one single guy friend right now, and if he confessed his love to me, I would just be like, I can't even deal with this right now. Like, I actually can't do this. But like, I don't know. To your point, my Steffi Lou, it's not that deep. And I could keep going on and on and on forever, but like, do it, say it. I think what's meant to be will be, and it will work itself out. And I do feel this way about you, Chris, is like, it would have came out in another way. And I think that doing it in a way that you feel comfortable about, that maybe if you wish you did something different, like then communicate that to them. Like we're people. We all are going through our own shit every single day. You confessing to someone like, hey, I kind of have feelings for you. It might make things weird, but also maybe like can circle back in a couple of years or something.
I'm very glad that I did it, by the way. Like I will look back at it and be like, I'm glad I said this. I'm glad I didn't just like push it down. Like it was a good experience and we're still on good terms.
That's such good perspective. Like that's a real life example.
Yeah, no. It's dead on. Otherwise I wouldn't have brought it up, but yeah.
No, I appreciate that. I mean, yeah, I haven't done it yet, but like one day.
One day.
One day, baby. That was great. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
Great input. I love when he's vulnerable with me.
Are we ready for another one?
I think so.
Okay, let's go to Emily.
My not that deep of the day is when I compliment someone in public and they either have a bad reaction or don't respond at all. Because at the end of the day, me complimenting them was me just putting positivity out into the universe. So why would I ever regret trying to compliment someone if they don't have a good reaction to it?
I am the biggest proponent of complimenting strangers. Because exactly what you're saying, Emily, you're putting that good energy out. And if somebody doesn't want that, yikes. Maybe you caught them at the wrong moment. And that's not your fault. I think that the power of a compliment goes such a long way. Stay, water bottle. Oh my God. The power of a compliment goes such a long way. It's like a little disgusting if you think too hard about it. Like I can remember different times of my life that a stranger has complimented me, whether it's in the bathroom or if it's on the street, and it makes my entire day because they don't owe you shit. They are not getting anything monetarily, emotionally, physically back from you, maybe emotionally, but like they're not actually receiving anything of true value from you when they compliment you. They are not looking for anything in return. That's what I was looking for, because they are getting value, because it's kindness and kindness holds a lot of value, but like they're not actually looking for something in return. And I think that we live in such a transactional society where I do this for you, you do this for me. Jack pays Peter, Peter pays Paul. Like, I don't know if that's a saying, but like that, oh no, that's like when the people are talking about like a pyramid scheme, right? Like Peter pays Paul, Paul steals from Peter.
Something like that. It's not that deep.
It's not that deep to not fully understand a pyramid scheme also. And it's not that deep to potentially be in one yourself. I'm just kidding. I actually have been in a pyramid scheme, but I can't talk about that here. I can't talk about that here. And I didn't even realize I was in a pyramid scheme until somebody actually outlined it the way that they do in The Office when Michael Scott is kind of a part of a pyramid scheme. And you kind of like draw it out of like, here's someone and then here's you and then you make money from this person. And I was like, oh shit, I think I'm going to drink again. Complimenting strangers, I will never, a meaningful compliment, right? I think just complimenting people to compliment people, you lose the value of the compliment. Like, I hate that. I hate when it's such a forced compliment of like, yeah, you like my denim jeans. Get a grip. I know you're lying. But like really having a thoughtful thing to say to a stranger that you don't know, you maybe will never see again in your entire lifetime might change the trajectory of your day. It might change the trajectory of their day. I have a great example, actually. I was on the train a couple of weeks ago, and this woman who I think was my mom, is my mom's age, had the most gorgeous curls. I personally cannot help myself. If I see someone with gorgeous curly hair, I cannot help myself but say, excuse me, you have such nice hair. What do you put in it? Because this is a community that we're building. And I asked her and she told me, and then we talked for about 7 minutes on the train until it was my stop about different curly hair products and how difficult it is to embrace your curls. And one compliment got me to a connection with a complete stranger. And it's such a gateway of connecting with people. it's not always like so easy to just go up to people and ask them how they are. Not everybody is that willing to open up to you about how they are. But when you can compliment someone, I feel like it almost, their guard drops a little bit because they're taken off guard, yes, but then they're taken off guard in a really positive way. It's not like you're running up to them like, I'm going to take your money. You're running up to them. Well, hopefully you're not running up to anyone. Do not run up to anybody. There's no need to be running up to people in 2026. There's just not. Gently approach and just say, I really like your big D necklace. Or, I don't know, you guys. There's a lot of different ways to compliment people. I always talk about the body project in here, which for those listening now who now learned that I have a chin implant and now are learning about the body project, it was this body positivity movement that I did in college. And every session we would have to do something that kind of like made other women feel good. And we can only control so much how others feel about their own bodies and about how good they feel in their own skin. But one of the activities and assignments was to compliment a stranger. And the fact that even back then that was something that we were picking up on is it's a pay it forward version. It's a pay it forward momentum of kindness. And I think let's never forget that even if Emily's experience is happening to you, where somebody hears it and is like weirded out by it or maybe isn't as accepting of it, it doesn't say anything about you. It doesn't. You're doing your best. You probably had a meaningful compliment for somebody. And if maybe you caught them, they just got fired from their job, or maybe they just got really bad news, or maybe they had their headphones in and they didn't even hear you. If you compliment a stranger and their reaction is a little wonky wonk, just keep moving. It's not that deep. Totally agreed with you. I absolutely love that.
Okay, we got Kate coming up next.
Kate in the house.
Hi, Dana. My not that deep of the day today is that it's not that deep to call your situationship out for liking girls' bikini pics on Instagram, especially if you've had conversations about it before. And it might make it awkward, or it might make it uncomfortable, or even end the relationship between you two. But the person that you're meant to be with will never be scared away by you setting a boundary. So it's not that deep, and if it messes things up to set that boundary, then that obviously wasn't your person, and the sooner that you can get out of that, the better. So it's nothing to be embarrassed of, and yeah, that's my not that deep of the day.
I want to know how she called him out.
I'm screaming. I need more than two hands to count how many women I know that have done the same exact thing.
I just want to know how you guys are doing it, because I was expecting to get called out recently.
You're just like liking a million bikini photos just to see who calls you out.
Look, I like what I like, okay?
That's fair. Let them. Let them. Okay, this was hysterical. This is the type of shit where I'm like grinning ear to ear when I'm listening to it, because I know for a fact that like you're pissed. You're pissed and you have a vengeance, and I'm here to serve it with you. Like I'm here to serve vengeance cold with I'm right there with you. I'm so sorry. What is her amazing name?
Kate.
Kate. Oh my God. How could I forget? Kate. Okay. Okay, where to begin? I think that the year was 2014. Snapchat had just allowed you to see who other people's best friends were. If that did not fuck you up back in the day, like I don't know what did. I had been like so heartbroken over finding out that somebody that I was seeing's best friend on Snapchat was somebody else. Now, the excuse was, oh, and by somebody else, I mean another girl. You can play with your boys. I don't care. But I'm number one. Not according to analytics. And I'll never forget bringing it up. You seem crazy. Why? Why is it crazy? I think that's twofold. It's crazy because you did the research, and it's crazy because you're addressing it. I see it as using analytics and communicating effectively. See, just kind of flip the frame. I think back to my situation, and it's like, with all due respect, why is another woman your best friend on Snapchat? Like, why aren't you Snapchatting me the most? Why isn't my Snap score higher? Don't you want to be communicating with me? And like, that's the undertone of this, is like, why are you communicating with somebody more than your person? That is my situation, I would assume other people have been in that situation. I remember another person I was seeing had like the snap score with someone who I was like always kind of worried about. And it's like, hey, so remember how I told you that I was worried about this one girl? So now you have a streak. Like if somebody expresses concern, maybe you halt the like driving a baseball Snapchat. Maybe, perhaps. Okay, Kate, Miss Kate, your situation. Yeah. Let me say right here, I'm on board. I am so on board. Where do I want to begin? Men liking bikini photos on Instagram it feels embarrassing. It does. I know you have your perspective, Chris, obviously, but something about it is like, what do you expect to come from this? Like, do you expect them to look at their photos and their likes and be like, I'm going to check him out? Do you save it? Like, what is it behind bikini photos that, and I know you have an answer, but I'm just talking out loud for a bit. Second, we know porn is free, right? You don't need to be outwardly on social media liking other women's photos when a situationship or somebody who might get hurt by that is also on that same social media platform. Are you trying to prove a point? Are you trying to see what type of people you like? Are you trying to get a brand deal? What is it at its core? Because when people comment, that's where I freak out. Because that's like, are you really expecting this person to get back to you? And that's embarrassing. Like, it's the vulnerability of it all. Like, go make money. Like, why are you commenting or liking girls' bikini photos? Like, I don't even have an exact example for myself right now because it's not jealousy. I think as women, we're aware that other people are out there. And I think if you're in a situationship with someone, you ideally want to be their person. You ideally want to be their like muse, right? And seeing that they're liking bikini photos, it could get in your head. I completely am on board with you of like having a conversation because let's be clear, Kate, you're not saying them liking bikini photos is not that deep. You're saying that you ending a situationship because they're liking bikini photos is not that deep. And I completely agree. I think you set a boundary for yourself. You had an extra limit of respect that you, God forbid, wanted this person to achieve, and they didn't do that. Now, I've had a couple instances where friends of mine have brought up to men that they do not appreciate their man liking bikini photos. The fact that it's a conversation is, scary enough. That's terrifying to me. But I also have friends with boyfriends that would never even be in this position. And I think that's, to me, is like, I've seen the unhealthy and I've seen the healthy. I have friends who, if she said, my boyfriend has been liking bikini photos, I'd be like, does he even have an Instagram? Like, I don't even think that's possible for him. And there's safety in that. We all know what's out there. I don't need to be seen what somebody else is engaging with on a public forum. You should end things. And if they can't receive that, if they can't stop liking bikini photos so much that they're willing to lose you, oh my God, they just did you such a favor. If they cannot just, like, listen, buddy, you can still look. You can still look. Like, that's a thing that's so weird is why do you need to be liking it? This person, this sweet Kate, is just asking you to, like, not be engaging with the content, and you can't even respect that. I think that's called drawing a boundary, and I don't think that's that deep. I'm ready for Maggie. I'm really hoping it's Maggie Highland, my good friend.
It is indeed.
Holy shit.
Okay.
She has such a good voice.
Hey, Dana, this is Maggie. Just submitting my not that deep that I'm currently experiencing, so it's top of mind. It's really not that deep if you don't have a new outfit when you go on a trip. I feel like there's so much pressure when you have a vacation coming up to shop for it. And it's like you have a full closet of clothes. It's really not that deep to wear clothes that you already have, to repeat an outfit head to toe. Like, who cares? It's really not that deep. And yeah, I'm just reminding myself of that as I'm packing. Love ya. Bye.
Maggie Highland, you make me smile from ear to ear. Like, I have such a funny story about Maggie. She's going to love this. So, one time, well, Maggie tells a story that when we were in college, um, she came over to my apartment via mutual friends and she asked me if she could add me on Snapchat. My response was, I don't add people on Snapchat. Um, no one told me I was a bitch until I got reconnected with Maggie Highland and she told me that. And I was like, oh man, but I don't add people on Snapchat. Like, I wasn't lying, but confirming we're now Snapchat friends and I love Maggie. She cracks me up. Maggie can be found smoking a cig in DC, walking her dog Josie. I mean, she is a spectacular human, but, and I'm getting to her not that deep of the day, of course, but what I wanted to say was, so when Maggie and I like reconnected in adulthood, we were at my friend Jill's house in outside of Boston, the South Shore. And Maggie and I somehow got to like sharing a room. Like we really reconnected and snuggle bugged. And Maggie thought it was like so insane that I had a baby blanket, for example. Like, you know, you don't really know people until you like sleep with them, literally. And then we were watching Stranger Things in bed at night. And it was when season 4 just came out, Vecna season, the best season. And we're in bed and we're watching Stranger Things. And I start talking. I'm like, oh my God, what should we get for breakfast tomorrow? Whatever I was saying. And Maggie clicks the space bar, pauses Netflix, and says, Dana, we're either talking or we're watching Stranger Things. We're not doing both. That has stuck in my head so intensely since it's like my favorite thing because she had a point, but also to be able to be so blunt with somebody is so beautiful. I love bluntness. I think bluntness is closeness. There's nothing mean. Well, there can be something really mean about being blunt, but being able to be blunt with people and knowing that it's coming from a good place is so rich. Like confirming I'm rich in life because Maggie Highland can be like low-key mean to me. I'm obsessed. Dana, we're either watching Stranger Things or we're talking. We're not doing both. And it's like Stranger Things is not a talking show. So yeah, you're completely correct. Stranger Things is not a background show. You don't throw Stranger Things on because you're like looking for background. Oh my God, are you sick in the head? I'm throwing on Curb. Actually, Curb Your Enthusiasm is not a background show for me either. Is that a show? Is that a background show for you? Curb?
Yeah, I think it could be.
Okay, fair. For me, there's just so many like storylines happening in Curb. Like I feel like even if I've seen the episode, I still need to be reminded. My favorite background show is hands down The Office. Like, because I know what's happening the second I see the scene opener. But I'm also sick in the head. Maggie. Yeah, it's not that deep. Why, who, where tells us that we need to be having these new outfits when we're on a trip. I think that there is something so fun about like the excitement about going on a trip. Let's raise that excitement. I'll raise you one more. Let's raise that excitement one more notch and then have a new outfit for the trip. That is such a fun feeling because then you're shopping for the trip. You're sending photos in the group chat. You're laying out what night you want to wear your gorgeous sundress you just got from Abercrombie and Fitch, not sponsored. You have all these different opportunities for like excitement and the lead up to, not to mention after the trip. Then you can be like, oh my God, that's that sundress that I wore in Italy when I got food poisoning. You have nothing but good or bad memories. It's memories with clothing. Now, I think that we need to take a step back and recognize that like when we're going on a trip, we are spending money. We're spending money unless you're getting sent for free, which is a dream. But Maggie, I know you, okay? We're spending money for this trip. Having to then like put pressure on ourselves of now I have to buy a new wardrobe, says who? I get it. You want to have these new clothes to feel good in, but like at one point, every piece of clothing in your closet was new clothing to you. So if we could just have that same excitement when we pull out that new piece of clothing every time we wear it, wouldn't that be something? Because then you could really like get good, solid use and excitement out of your clothes. Because we're spoiled sometimes. I'll speak for myself. Like the excitement of going shopping, coming back with even one new thing. Oh my God, it is so fun. Perhaps you do a fashion show. Whatever it is, like, it is fun to go shopping. It is fun to get new things. But I think also the expense is enough for traveling. And let's not add to that, or at least not add to the pressure of having new clothing to go along with it. Also, no one's looking at your photos and is going to be like, she wore this in 2007. And if they do, that's so weird. Like, that's so weird. If you have a dress that you feel awesome in, that you have worn every single summer for the last 5 years, wear it again. Because guess what? The better you feel in something, the better you feel in general. And I do really believe that. And you know what, Maggie? I know you're just in Costa Rica, HIPAA. If you wanted to get like 2 new items, don't be hard on yourself either. But also don't just get clothing for that trip. Get it so that you can wear it any other time. Because then it's like it loses its spark. But if you can find a piece of clothing and think, I'm going to wear this on my upcoming trip. Yes. On my upcoming trip. Yes. But I'm also going to wear it to the 4th of July barbecue. And I'm also going to wear it to the Labor Day clam bake. And I would love to go to a clam bake. I'm just putting it out there right now. But I think that if you can like not just buy something for like a single event, it'll feel a lot better to you. But I'm with you, girl. That's why I like definitely like rental services as well. And I'm not naming them because they won't sponsor me. But I love Maggie. I mean, I'm so thrilled that you called in to me, and I love you. And your voice sounds raspy, sweetie, and I'm jealous. I love a raspy voice. Maggie has such a good voice. Brought to you by Sigs. I love you. Is Noah's loading?
Let's give Noah another try here.
Kind of losing steam. That's
Dana,
oh damn it. Okay,
Noah.
wait. Sorry. Can you go back? Okay, let's hit Noah's line.
Play Noah?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to Noah now.
Alexa, play Noah. Oh, sorry. Wait.
A little bit, but I always love it.
Sorry.
Damn it, now do I start it over.
Sorry, I'll stop talking.
Okay, we're going to Noah now.
And my
No, it won't start over. Hold on. Okay. Now we're going to Noah soon, I think.
Hi, Dana. This is Noah. Big fan of your show. Only been watching for a little bit, but I always love it. And my not that deep of the day is that if you're a college student and specifically like you're taking some sort of mathematical or statistical course, is it's not that deep if you mess up your homework and you have to do it all over again. Because maybe you made a mistake, and mistakes are how we learn. And you might go through it again and you understand the concept better. So, yeah, it's not that deep. Bye.
Noah, I freaking love you. I love you. Mistakes are 100% how we learn. And am I like reaching the college audience? This is sick. Or are you like really out of college and you're looking back and reminiscing? Whatever it is, thank you so much for calling in. I love you. But I completely agree. Mistakes are how we learn. I am constantly making mistakes, as I'm sure everybody is, whether they want to admit it or not. Every time I make a mistake, I learn. Sometimes mistakes are expensive. I made a really expensive mistake today. It was not fun. But guess what? I'm not going to do it again. Not also this podcast, this call-in being so relevant. Okay, what if I just like did 7 bodily things at once? I just burped, hiccuped, and like almost sneezed. That was insane. This aligns really well with the Substack that I just put out today. And it was giving yourself homework is not that deep. At one point, we were like given so much homework because we learned so much. We took in so much information during the day. And then we like did our homework after to kind of assess how we actually learned and retained the information that we learned. And then we just like stopped having homework when we got out of school. I think homework is more important now than it has ever been because we're doing life. I'm learning life. I'm in the classroom of life. Like I need to be getting tested on the knowledge of what I just learned. Like people need to get tested on kindness. People need to get tested on generosity, on like how to use a subway, how to let people exit from the subway before your ass gets inside. My God, like they need a class on that. But I think with what you're saying of it's okay and it's not that deep if you have to kind of like redo the homework or redo these life lessons, I'm kind of making a bigger thing out of what you're saying, but I'm connecting with it really strongly. It's okay to redo it. It's okay to redo it, and we're lucky to have the chance to redo it. Not everybody has these chances in life to redo their stat homework or to redo a friendship that they were able to like rebuild or to relearn how to get on the subway. That's just the example that comes to mind because people are so bad at the subway. But in my Substack, I was thinking that, or I was writing that I was always the kid that was staying after school to get help from my teachers, and not from a social standpoint. I wasn't going there to kiki with them. I was fully staying after for, I remember specifically, like most of my math classes, sometimes history, but I was like using my free time. Those poor teachers. Oh my God. If you're my teacher and you had to stay after class for me, I'm so sorry. After class, yes. I'm sorry. After school, like you poor people, I'm not even ruining your day for 40 minutes, but now you got to see me for like an hour and a half. You have to redo the lesson for me. Thank you. I'm literally talking to Mr. Rutherford right now because he would sit with me for 40 minutes after school ended. And I'll never forget, I would always leave and it would be like 4:20. And I remember at the time I was just thinking, this is so nice that you're staying late. And it made me like want to learn even more because I knew that people were in my corner. I shouldn't have been in AP Calc. I was in AP Calc and that's why I was staying every day. The poor guy. I mean, that must have been so annoying because it wasn't like it was a study group either. It just was me knocking on his door as he's packing up for the day. And I'm like, I don't understand the lesson. I was trying. My brain's different. I still don't know the difference between condone and condemn and fiction and nonfiction. You can't expect me to understand calc the first time I hear it. My God. I remember also in college, I was in chemistry. I wanted to be a doctor. Oh. I've been reminiscing a lot. Like I've made a lot of mistakes, Noah. And it's okay because you can look back on them. It's no fun to be like, looking back and everything that you just crushed. Like it's no one really wants to listen to that. I was really good at this. I was really good at this. No, F off. F off. F off. In chemistry, the auditorium that this teacher would teach in my freshman year was like 300 people. She was teaching a chemistry lesson. Not everybody's the same learner. Not everybody's going into this with the same amount of knowledge. Not everybody learns and takes in information the same. So when we all are given the same homework, I'm kind of like, wait, what's going on? And I would go to all of her study hours. I would go to all of her different mentoring sessions, and I still wouldn't get it. And I ended up getting a tutor, which probably was the kicker, because it was like, maybe you should just study communications, Dana. And that's what I did. I love what you're saying about mistakes are lessons. I completely agree with you. And if you need extra guidance with a subject, whether that's real life, whether that's class life, whether that's social life, like use your resources. They're here for you. And I thank you for listening. And I love that I'm reaching the college audience. Is that it?
That's it.
That's it. What time are we at?
We are at 52 minutes.
Oh my God, I've been straight yapping. Guys, I mean, I hate to say it, but I think that's all, folks. That was a long time. I'm always concerned at how long I can talk into the mic for, but it's a blessing, not a curse. And I condone that. Guys, thank you so much for listening. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. People don't really watch on YouTube, or maybe people are just like not loving that format, but Substack, merch will be out soon. I'm going to sell my body eventually, I guess. But thank you guys so much for listening to Not That Deep. And thank you so much to the folks who sent in voicemails. That was electric. And thanks, Chris.